Hello everyone, in this video I want to show you the 3 best decisions that I've made in my garden. This is actually the orchard area, but yeah, I've made a lot of mistakes, which I will be talking about coming up, but there are also 3 extremely wonderful decisions that I've made that I want to share with you, and hopefully it will inspire you on your own homestead. And the first one is to plant gummies, and that bird in the background, in case you don't know, by the way, is a cardinal. But I did a full video about gummies, growing gummies, last year, and I will put a link right up there at the top, not that side, at the top, so you can listen all about it. Gummies can only, I think it's zones 6 and warmer is where you can grow gummy plants. But yes, planting gummies, which don't get fungi, which now I've already harvested probably around a gallon's worth of berries so far. But they are prolific. They produce like crazy, especially if you have 2 different varieties, which I do. I never have to water them. Of course, nature does a pretty good watering, especially the last couple of years. But once they're established, you don't really need to worry about watering. I think I watered them regularly the first couple of years, and now I pretty much, I don't totally ignore them. But they don't need much. They seem to be getting bigger by the year. But yeah, they don't get disease. They produce really healthy berries like crazy. We use them in smoothies. And they're just very low maintenance. And I was actually thinking about buying a couple more, even doubling. But look how big. I mean, like, here's my hand, right? It's hard to do this. I've got only one hand for the camera. But these bushes have gotten really big. And so they're producing even more. So I think these 4 are plenty. I don't need to buy any more. But yes, number 1 is planting gummies. They're also nitrogen fixers. All right. The second best decision that I've made in my gardening is growing, I'm going to call them forever herbs. These are sweet mints. I planted 1 4-inch. Oh, here we go. This is where I planted this. So this is like the original. Well, where is the original? The original plant looks like mostly died, actually, because this is where I originally planted. It came in a 4. It was just 1 plant like this in a 4-inch pot, and this is what it looks like this year. During the winter, the mints die back during the winter when it freezes, but the roots keep spreading. This is why you don't want to plant them in a regular garden where you're going to have tomatoes and peppers and cucumbers and green, lettuce and stuff like that. But heck, under my gummies, awesome. I had one that didn't, I bought 4 varieties. The spearmint for some reason didn't do well, and it was probably where I planted. This is chocolate mint, which is so awesome in smoothies. I can't tell you. It tastes like chocolate and mint when you blend it in a smoothie with bananas. But this is the chocolate mint and the peppermint have spread even more densely than the sweet mint. But the only thing you have to do with mint is make sure it gets regular water if it hasn't rained. So, if it's, I need to water it once or twice a week thoroughly if we haven't had any rain. So the peppermint, somehow it ended up spreading under the gummies, excuse me, more than the chocolate mint did. And here it's kind of mixed in with strawberries. And I also have a lemon balm, which I planted too far under, I think. I have a lemon balm that I also want to spread. I should have planted this separate from the peppermint, because now the peppermint is growing into the lemon balm. But so this is the thyme. I planted thyme last year. It's as you can see, it's going to flower and then going to seed, and it's just going to keep producing more thyme and slowly spread. Outside of the garden, I won't go and show it to you. I'll explain it to you as we walk by. Here, look at this gummy bushes right there. Somebody is mowing their lawn. Sorry about that or something, but I'm going to have to lift this up. So yeah, there is a fennel outside of the garden that I planted our first year here. And I never water it, even during the drought. I don't water it. I just leave it there, and it just grows back every year. I have oregano, also right outside of the garden. And by the way, apparently the rabbits don't like fennel and oregano, so they leave them alone. The oregano has spread like crazy. I do nothing, it just kind of goes to seeds every year and keeps spreading. So yeah, forever herbs. So the gummies, number one. Number two, the forever herbs. The herbs that you plant once, and like I said, some of them, like the mint and probably the thyme, would like a little water once in a while, but will need water. But otherwise, a lot of them are very drought tolerant, especially once they're established. And number three, I think this is a must for any garden, and I think you can pretty much grow asparagus anywhere, maybe even in the tropics. I'm not sure, positive, but you can, you know, pretty close to anywhere, asparagus. And it just keeps coming back. It looks pretty sparse right now because I've already had probably a good, at least half of my main spring crop I've already cut. I mean, you can see all the stems that I've already cut down. And over there, I've cut down a lot of stems, but look, I have two more little purple asparagus coming up. I'm going to double my asparagus because it's just so darn easy. It's the easiest thing ever to grow as far as vegetables, asparagus. I mean, after 3 years, you know, you just pick and eat. So that's it. I have two more not two more, I'm looking at the strawberries. Two more asparagus over here. These were green ones that I actually started from seed a few years ago. Yes, you can start asparagus from seed and be successful. You don't have to buy the roots. It just takes a little longer. So I've got this mulched area. I'm gonna plant a little more asparagus. And in these two beds, eventually, my lasagna beds, are gonna be more asparagus. So, those are the three things. And just for the fun of it, as we close up, I'll show you my parsley and my cilantro going to seed just because they're pretty. But those are three things to consider if they'll grow well in your area. The gummies and forever herbs, and the parsley and actually cilantro are kind of forever herbs because they go to seed like crazy and they reseed and then they come back without you having to plant them over and over. So yeah, gummies, herbs, and asparagus, my three top picks for any garden, at least zone 6 and warmer. Thank you for watching. If this video has inspired you, please share it and click the like button. I will see you for the next video. In the meantime, take care and be well.